Hello students, this is Nikam Gitanjali, Assistant Professor from Department of Zoology from Saikeda College. So today we learn about Rattus norvegicus. In general we called it as a rat. In this video we study the external characters and digestive system of Rattus norvegicus. So let us start with the taxonomy. The rat, which is from kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Rodentia, suborder Myomorpha, family Muridae, genus Rattus, and species Norvegicus. So the Rattus norvegicus is the scientific name of rat. Next we study the external morphology. Here in this diagram you are able to observe the two different images. The image A, which is of Rattus norvegicus, and image B is of Rattus rattus. So these are the two different species. Here in this video we just discuss about the Rattus norvegicus, Rattus norvegicus. But for your information, just here the Rattus rattus is also given, because the some of the characters like the body division and remaining other few characters, they are similar. Okay, and that's why we are observed here both the Rattus norvegicus and Rattus rattus. The body, which is divisible into head, which is the first part, second body part neck, then the third body part, that is the trunk. So the body of the rat is divisible into head, neck, and trunk. See, all the body which is covered by the gray colored hairs. So on the body or whole body, we can say that is covered by the gray colored hairs. Okay, now first we starts with the head, because head bears many different types of the organs. See the head which bears or which is showing the blunt snout. Okay, and that blunt snout which ends into the mouth. Look, a blunt snout and the mouth which is exactly present towards the tip of the snout. So here you are able to observe the blunt snout and the terminal mouth is present. Okay. See, remaining other characters we will just study it here. So the eyes are there which are present on the head itself. The eyes, they are situated on the side of the head. Then the external nares are there. The external nares, they are present just above the mouth and near the tip of the snout. Then mouth, which is present towards the anterior most end, that mouth possesses the lip, the upper lip which has a vertical slit. So here we are unable to observe, but just try to remember the upper lip which has a vertical slit and the incisor teeth which always remain exposed through this slit. Okay, so this is about the mouth. If you just consider about the eyes which are present towards both the end, so these eyes, they possesses the movable upper and lower well developed eyelids. So the eyelids which are present, upper eyelid, lower eyelid, and a lower movable upper eyelid, and a lower eyelid is also there, and they are the developed one. The nictitating membrane is supported by the semilunar cartilage, and that is lie in the medial corner of each eye. Okay, nictitating membrane which is present here in the eye. Then eyes lashes, they are very fine and they are very short. So the lashes are very short and they are very fine. Then see here, on the top of the head, small sized, rounded, movable external ears are there. Okay, external ears are there. We called it as a pinna, external pinna. Okay, in certain regions of the head, thick, long, tactile, sensory hairs are present. Okay, now these sensory hairs which are known as the vibrissae. Okay, so here near to the mouth or external nares, okay, or here near to the eyes, okay, here the vibrissae, these hairs, they are actually tactile or sensory hairs are there and they are tactile in a nature. So such a type of the hairs which are present on the head region. Now the head, which is the first part, and the trunk is the third part. The head is joined with the trunk with a small neck, and it permits the free movement of head. Due to the presence of the neck, it is possible for that rat to move its neck from here to there. इकडे तिकडे हलवण्यासाठी नेक, हेड हलवण्यासाठी ती नेक युजफुल असते. Okay, so this is just the connecting link between head and trunk. Okay, so the trunk which is divided into thorax and abdomen. Okay, trunk is divided into thorax and the abdomen. The ventral surface, see this is the dorsal surface. हा रॅटचा डॉर्सल सरफेस आहे. हा रॅट उलटा केला आपण, सो दिस इज दी व्हेंट्रल सरफेस. पोटाकडची बाजू म्हणजे व्हेंट्रल सरफेस आणि पाठीकडची बाजू म्हणजे डॉर्सल सरफेस. सो द व्हेंट्रल सरफेस of the female rat, okay, bears the 12 nipple teats. Here you are able to observe the nipple teats. Okay, and as these rats, they give birth to the young ones. Okay, since these teats are present, then the three pairs of which they are in the thoracic region here. Okay, they are in the thoracic region and they are called as the pectoral teeth. And the three pairs which are present here in the abdominal region or abdominal in a position, they are called as the inguinal teats. Okay, on the posterior part of the ventral abdomen, the three openings are there. Here you are able to observe the three opening. For example, the anus, see here, the anus is there. Near that anus, the vagina is also present and the urethra is also present. So here towards the posterior most region, the three external openings, anus, vagina and urethra, they are present. So this is in case of female. In male, the testes which are descended during the breeding season into the thin walled scrotal sac from the posterior abdominal region, and near the anterior end of the scrotum the penis is present which containing the urinogenital opening. Okay, then on the trunk itself, a portion that is tail. So here the tail is also present. Now that tail is long, slender and it is covered by the overlapping scales. From beneath each scale, the three hairs and the short bristles they emerges out. And since this tail is also looks somehow hairy. Okay. Now the rat which possesses, in addition to the tail, or the, in case of the female, as it possesses the tits here, then the three openings on the body of the female, then in case of the male also there are openings are which are present. Okay, urinogenital opening they are present. Now in addition to that, the forelimb and hind limb are present. So forelimbs means two pairs of limbs are there, forelimb and hind limbs are there. Now these forelimbs and hind limbs they possesses, actually forelimbs possesses backwardly directed upper arm or the brachium, and forwardly directed forearm or the antebrachium. Now the hand which comprises a wrist, or that is also called as the carpus. Okay, so here if you are this is the hand, sorry. Okay, just a minute. Mm, okay, we just shifted towards the slide. Okay, later on we will just study. Okay, so see here the blunt snout mouth, then vibrissae are present, then forelimbs are there. Okay, so this is the hind limb. So forelimb and hind limbs both are present here. Now the detailed structure of forelimb and hind limb we will just study it in the next slide. So here the tail is there. Okay, if you are just observed in a detail, so the slide which is present in front of you, see towards the, exactly towards this is this now, sorry. Okay, so here at the tip the nostrils are there. Okay, so these are the nostrils, small openings which are helpful for the process of respiration. Then the nasal plane is, you are able to observe the nasal plane. These are the whiskers, or we also called it as, okay, so these are the whiskers. Then white dentine is there. Then lower incisor. Then this is the oral cavity, you are able to observe. Mouth is there and the oral cavity is there. This is tongue. So all this is about the detailed structure of the mouth. Okay, so here just now we observed the hand. Actually hand which possesses, this is the hand and this is the foot. Okay, hand and foot. The hand which possesses a walking pad, and the hind limbs they are much longer. Okay, see the length of the hind limb and length of the forelimb. So the hind limbs they are much longer than the forelimbs. Each hind limb and forelimbs they possesses a proximal thigh directed forward and a shank which directed backward. Hmm. Then a distal foot which directed forward, and the foot has the ankle or tarsus, metatarsals and five clawed digit. So here you are able to observe the detailed structure. So this one towards the left side it is the foot, and here it is the hand. Just observe the structure. Okay, so this is about the um, now here we cover all the external characters. So in the next video we will discuss about the digestive system of the rat. Thank you.